thought I'd come on for a natter, or a natter to myself. Need to get things off my chest. But it is a random chat, so don't know where to start. I think I'll build up into what I'm going to talk about, but it's just random, so bits and bobs. Don't know if it'll come out right, like I always say, but I know what I mean in my own head. Not bothered if people don't like it, not bothered if people put thumbs down, and not bothered if people put negative comments, because it's what I believe and it's what I'm seeing, and just putting it out there like a lot of other people. But before I get into that, my sunflowers are getting bigger. I think I need to pot it on because it's getting quite long. And I've got quite a few. So they're doing good. And also, my little, my little sweet corns that I tried to sprout are sprouting. So it's working. A couple. So we'll see how that goes. Also, Kelly, if you're on after, I know there's two Kellys. Kelly, the one I was sending the thingies to, can't remember what they're called. I called them hippie feet. Where is it? Let me go and get it. Somewhere. Got the heating on today, it's freezing. I'm good. I am sending your hippie feet off, but I went to the post office today and it wasn't open about 9:15 because I thought I'd go early. It wasn't open. I thought, oh, it must open at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'll go back home, go out again. Went out again. And it's closed. It says it's not opening for a couple of weeks. Don't know why. I've got to go and use the other post office, which is a bit of a walk. So tomorrow or Monday I'll have to go and send you them off. And if anyone's new and is wondering what hippie feet are, I just, you know me, like to craft. I just made these are little kids ones, crocheted little, I call them shoes, but they're not shoes because they haven't got soles on, but you put your toe through there, hi Jack, and that wraps around your legs. These are green ones, been making them. Yep. Yeah, I'm into, I'll talk about it in a bit. I'm just fuming basically, but talk about that in a bit. Making them, and I've made myself a pair because I talked about grounding the other week, which is, and I did say I'd talk about this, so I'll talk about this. Get yourself a brew, might be on here for a bit. Child free, so grounding or earthing is when, because if Juice My Randomness comes and watches, I was trying to tell him the other day, and I said to the people on there that I'd do it, is where if you've got a garden, you can do it in there. If not, if you're at work and you go, obviously when the weather's nice, because it's raining again today, in good weather, unless you want to do it in the rain, if you go for a picnic or you go out on your dinner, take your shoes off and your socks off and put your feet on the earth. No plastic grass, the earth, grass, whatever. Hi. Oh, I did come off Facebook, gone back on, so I've got to friend request everyone. I thought I'll probably in the discussion after. But yeah, you put your feet in the earth, because you think of your feet and your toes are like roots. And they're saying it's known to help with, or the beginning to say it's to help with, anxiety and depression, to keep you calm. But to me, that's not like a new thing. It's nature, it's natural, putting your feet on the earth. Like I said, years and years back, thousands of years ago, whatever, if we were running around after dinosaurs, if we were ever running around after dinosaurs or whatever, we were barefoot, or before then we were barefoot. I think your feet would toughen up over the terrain. Like some tribes still now don't wear shoes, and the feet toughen up a little bit to the terrain that you're on. But it's like connection to the earth, because if we're all one and the earth's connected and we're connected, you know, by the particles and, you know, all that sort of stuff, and we're connected to Earth, we should connect to the Earth. It's supposed to help with, that's why you feel less stressed in nature and stuff, but you've got to connect your feet. No wonder, like, concrete and this and concrete and that, and let's all have plastic grass in the garden, because you can't really connect to plastic grass, and the plastic grass is a barrier to the Earth, if you know what I mean. Yep, walk on the dirt and everything. And these are what I called them. So that, you know, like, you probably say, oh yeah, hippies wear them. So I have decided to call them hippie feet. So you put your toes through there. I have put pictures up, and then you wrap these around your legs. So they pretty your feet up a little bit if you're barefoot. Makes you sort of look like you've got sandals on, or flip-flop sandal things, but you haven't. So that just popped up in my brain the other day. Could be a necklace as well. But yeah, I've been making some of them up while I've been watching stuff on here. But yeah, I was telling people, so if you go earthing, if you haven't got a garden, if you're on your dinner break and you've got a patch of grass near, you can just slip your shoes off. You know, we're not bothered about what other people think. But then again, these look like you've got something on your feet, but you haven't. And you just sit in the moment, switch your phone off, anything. Don't look on your phone on your dinner. Look at what's around you, be mindful, and you'll feel a lot calmer. But that's what earthing's about, because a lot of people have anxiety and stuff these days, and depression and that. And I do believe one of them things is because we don't connect to the earth anymore, you're too busy looking at your phone, going on your computers, shopping, whatever you're doing, you're not thinking, oh, do you know what, I need to go and sit in my garden and connect and switch off to everything, what everyone's doing on Facebook and all that, and just go and connect with earth and see what it does for you. See if it calms you down a bit. The more you do it, the more you'll like it. And I did it a few weeks ago. Mum was like, Janine, you're going to get your feet dirty. I was like, yeah, I'll go and wash them when I go in. It doesn't matter, does it? It's nice to feel your bare feet on the ground. And Kelly, who I'm sending these to, said she walks around a lot in a house bare feet, which I do unless it's really cold, because I have wooden floors and it does get cold under my feet. But if it's not cold, I do like walking around with bare feet on, because I hate putting sweaty slippers on. It gets on my nerves, sweaty slippers. Which also takes me on to, don't know why, got these flip-flops things, sandally things, the other week. I was going to say for the sun, but it's raining again. And I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but see this, you can see where, I'll tell you about that in a minute, but have you ever got it where you scruff that bit up and the material starts coming away? And I thought, I only had them in a couple of days and they started doing that, and I thought, oh my God. So what I did was, I got some, I think it was wood glue, which looks like PVA glue. I stuck it on and clamped it with these metal clips I've got, and it stuck it all back together, and it's hardened it up a bit on the toe. So what I think I'm going to do is slightly go around there, because you can't see it, so it doesn't rip it off, if anyone knows what I mean. Sometimes when your shoe sort of goes like that under your feet. Hi, Christian. I'll be talking about something a bit, people might not agree with me on here, but that is fine. Like I said, it's everyone's opinion, and no, whatever, but it's just my opinion. Some people won't like it, but it's okay, because I know what's going on and why people think this and why people think that. But I might as well just get into it, because, yeah. Anyway, going on the craft side, I'm making a bag. Can you see what letter is on it? I'm going to be painting it and carrying it, and it's going to be my shopping bag. If anyone hears, if you don't know what it is, you might start seeing a lot of it. If you know what it is, you might like it. If you know what it is, you might not like it. But it says Q. Oh, thank you. Q. Boom. I see Q people. Where we go, what is it? Where we go one, we go all. And on the back it's going to say the Great Awakening. Because if you're also seeing that in a spiritual event, a spiritual thing, a lot of people saying that at the minute, it's to do with Trump, some people might not like him, and QAnon, Q. The drops, the breadcrumbs in the news. Not the news on TV, as in CNN and all that in America and all your news, or on our news in the UK, the BBC and all that, basically TV, television, the visions that they want you to put out to believe. Yes, some people say conspiracy theories, yes, but what I want you to think, why is everybody talking about conspiracy theories a lot? And does anyone just think, well, what if? Because that's what you've got to think, what if? Because a lot of stuff I'm learning about, I'm really mad as a parent, I'm fuming as a parent, And when people do start to find out things behind things, what are going on, there's a lot to be mad about, but one of the maddest things as well is, if you're a parent, you will be fuming what's going on. And the one thing that's making me think, if I didn't know sort of the things that I've seen is, I'm going to get his name wrong. Kian West, whatever his name is. Started coming out saying things a lot lately and people are going against him, and he's just said he loves Trump now as well. I think someone's been red-pilled, if you've heard of that. Yeah, but not the thing I'm watching. He's been coming out a lot and saying things, and he had apparently a breakdown at one of his concerts where he came out with a load of stuff, then he went in hospital and he said he had a breakdown and he's got mental health issues. Really? I think he's trying to talk the truth, but the ones higher up don't want him to. But he's trying to come out with stuff. And also, I've heard Jenna Jameson, yes, I know, Gemma Jameson, she's been asking who Q is, and she'll probably get red-pilled now. And something I heard yesterday down in London in the UK is the Mayor of London is telling everyone on the news that London is the safest place, and it's not, because there's a lot of stabbings and things going down there. And people saying the agenda of, the things he says and this, that and the other, there's just some mad stuff going on. There's a guy in Scotland, I don't know his name, but he actually got sent to prison, I said this before, for dressing a dog up. It was a joke, in a Hitler outfit and doing the hand up sign sort of thing. It was a joke, but apparently he's gone to prison for a joke. But people, which will come out, which some of us know, are getting away with disgusting crimes with kids in this country and all over, and they're not getting and they're getting away with it. It's just disgusting. But no one's talking about, well, I don't know if anyone's talking about what's just happened. What's just happened with North and South Korea? Are they becoming friends? I've done a handshake over their, their borders. Who is helping with that? Is it someone called Trump? But they don't talk about the good things he does, because they try to talk about all the bad that he does, because they're trying to put people off. And also the Mayor of London is saying he doesn't want Trump to come to London because it's going to cause riots and that, because they call it hate speech and all that. It's not. He's going to cause riots, telling people it's going to cause riots. I believe, and this just is my belief, Trump is helping. It's things behind the scenes that you can't see. They'll put stuff up on the news thinking you think something else. Yeah, they're getting rid of the nuclear programme, and who's behind that? Who's been helping with that? For at least 65 years, North Korea and South Korea haven't been friends, they haven't spoken, and now they are. Now they're shaking hands on their, borders, and pulling each other over the borders. They're becoming friends. They're getting rid of, why are the news not reporting that then? And who's helping them with that? Because they don't want you to. They don't want you to like the certain person and get on that certain woo-woo train. So it's just infuriating me, the things that I'm finding out. And like I said, people can say what they want. If you're watching TV news, they just put up what they want you to hear. You can't ring into that station. You can shout at the TV, but they're not going to answer back. You can't ring in. The thing that I'm watching, everybody talks on it. It's an American soapbox, as they're calling it, and people all over the world are on there, and we're all talking about it, and everyone goes deep diving, as if you want to say, down the rabbit hole, the conspiracy theories, and everyone goes and finds out about what everyone's talking about, and they come back and everyone talks about it and puts stuff out there. So it's not just one way thing of something in your living room, that little black box of TV telling you something that they want you to hear. And also, because I've been watching a lot of, some people won't like him, is it Tommy Robinson, what he goes on about? But when he tries to speak and bring the truth out, everyone say it's hate crime. It's not hate crime. You can't say anything these days because it's sexist or it's racist or it's this, that and the other, because they want to shut us up. We haven't got free speech. Nobody's got free speech. They try to shut us up. The UN. So when you see things on the news saying one thing, it probably means another, because behind the scenes, that is not what's going on. They will start dropping a few things, obviously, that are truth, that are on, like, I'm sure, about the North Korea and the South Korea, but then you're thinking, oh, why is all this happening? Certain people have not been seen chatting a lot lately on TV. Certain high up people seem to have disappeared a bit lately, gone a bit quiet. But yeah, South and North Korea, why is that then? Who's helped with that? It's just bonkers. But what annoys me is this certain group that people don't talk about, but it will come out because people are realising, and it's not just in America, it's the UK, it's France, it's Germany, it's everywhere, it's the whole world basically, because it affects the whole world, because it's happening all over. Well, I get confused, but I think because the sides that don't look like sides, but the sides, but then behind the scenes you just don't know. Because things on TV are made to look totally different. Like, we kept blaming, oh, it's Russia, oh, it's Russia. No, it wasn't. Oh, it's Russia. Everything's Russia. What? I've spilt my tea. Whoa, it was Russia. Get a grip. Do you know what I mean? You can't trust what you see on the TV unless it sort of gets taken over and the things come out. But if you go and watch, like I keep saying to people, We the People 24/7 on YouTube, which is on 24/7 hours a day, you might not get it at first, but if you watch the chat and what people are talking about and go and do the research yourself, you might start realising a few things. The reason why I'm mad is, yeah, because of everything. Because we go to school, we learn things, but we don't get told everything. We don't get told about, what they call the Constitution and stuff like that. And things that are being put in the way by certain people. To sort of shift it or move it or forget about it so people don't know, so we're paying for stuff that we shouldn't be paying for, or we just don't know our rights, basically. You just need to go on that channel, Jack, but what I'm saying is I get confused with a lot of it, but I can see what's going on. But as a parent, because it's not just one thing, it's a lot of things, and it has been going on for years, hundreds of years, like it always has done. But people say, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. People will sit on the fence, or people won't want to do anything or say anything because they're scared, because that's what they want. They try to scare people to not have speech so other people know what's going on. But basically, yes, it's been going on for probably the day dot with all the stuff that's been going on. But if we've had our rights taken away, or bits of things hidden or taken out of texts, or we're not learning the Constitution at school or our proper rights and stuff like that, how are people, the people in every country around the world, supposed to know what we can and what we sort of can and can't do, like what we can stand up for, if we don't know about it, if you get what I'm saying? How can people know? And if people don't know the truth, the people who are asleep, because that's what they're calling it, like I've been awoken, you're not really going to be looking for it, but you start seeing it when you're awake. That's why it's called the Great Awakening. You're like, oh my God, we've been lied to about quite a lot of things. But as a parent, the stuff that's coming out about kids and stuff that's been going on is absolutely disgusting. And some of these people, they don't care. They think it's all right. It's not all right. And some people say, well, why? Basically, there's two kinds of people, if you want to call it good and evil. Good and evil, the ones who care and the ones who don't care. They don't care. As long as they're getting money and this, that and the other, and they're greedy, they're not bothered. They're just all for them. It's like when people are like me. They're not bothered about who's dying, what's happening, this, that and the other. But the thing is, yeah, spoon-fed lies. We're being spoon-fed lies. Red flags everywhere. You can't see things watching the news on your TV. Even the programmes you watch on TV, it's fed into that. You don't know because you're just watching something. You think it's, that's why I said I don't watch telly. I watch the news now to see what they're saying because it makes me laugh, because then you can see if you're watching other channels. And the thing is, it's not just me saying it. Everybody's talking. A lot of people are talking about it now. It's all over YouTube. What conspiracy this, conspiracy that. Why are they talking about conspiracies and all this? But things are starting to come out slightly. People might realise, who's had a helping hand then to help North Korea and South Korea start talking after about 65 years? But they won't put that up because they don't want you to like this person. Oh, it just makes me laugh. It just infuriates me. Infuriates me. It's going to infuriate a lot of person. But once you sort of know, you get mad, you get angry, you get upset, then you calm down a bit. Because it's not... Some of the people in this, because a lot of celebrities, by the way, Hollywood is what they're calling it. Stars behind that who've got maybe taken in by things, they've found it hard to get out because they're saying, everywhere's saying, they've been brainwashed, this, that and the other, they might have been blackmailed, so they can't get out of it, but some people are sort of breaking away, like they're saying Kanye West is, Kanye West is starting to come out with stuff. People are saying that he's mad and he's had a breakdown, so that's why he's talking crap. He's not talking crap, he's talking truth. He's trying to tell people, because he's got about 28 million followers, so that's a good thing. But they also say don't look up to the stars, as in not the stars in the sky, the celebrities, because a lot of them, not all of them, lie. Why did they not like Mel Gibson? And what film did he bring out? Why did they not like him? You watch his faces on the Hollywood stuff over there when they're sat in audiences. He's not clapping and smiling along with people. Yeah. It's bonkers. But I'm just saying this because I just want to say, if you start here, you can think what you want, it's a conspiracy, it's this, that, the other, because, you're free to think what you want. That's what these people don't understand. You can put things out there on TV, the news or wherever, and try and pull the wool over people's eyes, but people won't stop what they're thinking. Someone saying something to me isn't going to stop me thinking about it. They're not going to stop me thinking what I think inside of me, whether you can't stop someone from thinking. But basically, just to say, if you start hearing a lot of, have you been red pilled, or you hear people in the street and you hear the letter Q, the name Q, I see Q people, the Great Awakening, where we go one, we go all. People are starting to rise up because people are starting to dig. It's about digging. It's not about sitting in front of the news, the media on your TV and listening to what they're saying. It's about going finding on YouTube all these alternative news channels that are giving you a chance to talk to each other, to go digging. You need to go and dig. And that's why people are rising up, because they're seeing the truth. It goes back to World War One, World War Two, back before then, and everything. It's in everything. It's so mad. But I've just sort of come on to say, so if you start hearing, or you start seeing, because somebody on the channel as well, I won't say it is if you go over there, is actually bringing stickers out, Q stickers, and there's going to be leaflets and stuff. Yeah, they're corrupt and they're liars, and they just do everything for themselves, and then they get people involved. So there are some people high up, like celebrities and stuff like that, who, have got sucked in and probably wanted to break free but can't because they're scared, or their families have been threatened or whatever, and they've tried to come out, and they probably will have breakdowns. He said a lot of us, when we do find out what's been going, will have breakdowns, because some of the stuff I've heard is absolutely disgusting, and I wouldn't want to, if they said videos came out, I wouldn't want to see them, because once you see them, I don't think you're not going to be able to not see them, and it could affect your life, as in, I don't think you'd ever stop thinking about it. But the world, I think, went to pot ages and ages and ages ago, but it's slowly coming up because the people are waking up, because this can't be happening all around the world. Two different, races and stuff and cultures. It's not just one place. And their children, our children, their children. We don't want them to grow up in an evil world that it has been growing up in. We've not really realised, because we're getting too distracted by materialistic things and buying this and watching this and being bothered who's doing that and who's doing that, and watching celebrities and just buying their magazines and watching them on telly and the films and getting too involved with what they're doing, which I tried to tell to someone on YouTube the other day. You need to stop worshipping the celebrities. You need to start worshipping yourself and looking inside and seeing what's right and wrong. It is about right and wrong. It is about morals. There's certain groups that have morals, or they think the morals, where they go around, they think killing people's right. It's not. You don't do that. I have said many a times before, it's not do as you will, is what some groups is saying. It's do to others as you would, do as others as you would to yourself. You're not going to hurt someone if you wouldn't do that to yourself. You treat others as you treat yourself, with kindness, compassion and love. That's basically what it's about. Anything else out of that is evil. If you're purposely hurting people, killing people, abusing people, whatever, that is wrong. I don't care what belief it is. I don't care what religion that is in. If that's in any of it, then that's wrong, because why would you do that? You wouldn't do it to yourself. You wouldn't do it to your own kids. So why would you do it to other people? It's just infuriating me. And this is what these people have got to realise, that this is, people are starting to wake up now. They are going to get mad. They are going to start, standing up. And there's probably going to be marches and this, that and the other and things. And the people will rise up, because they've been asleep, because they've been walking around with blinkers on, not necessarily through fault of our own. We just haven't been educated right about it, or told, or things have been hidden and covered up so nobody knows. So we all stay asleep, walking about with our new shiny phones and all our AI stuff, which has got a lot of problems to do with stuff when, they're going about spying on you, and Facebook and Twitter and Google and all that. Like I've said before, AI is brilliant in certain ways for connecting and finding great things out, but if it's not truthful things, it's crap. If it's not helping people, it's going against the people, citizens, whatever, and keeping them down, saying that we're free when we're not really free, because everything's watching us, spying on us, listening to us and all that sort of stuff. You know what I'm talking about if you're into all this. People who are not into it or haven't got a clue what I'm talking about will think I'm mad, but if you are, whatever side of the fence you're on, whatever. But I'm just saying, you don't have to believe it, but just watch out for little snippets of things that you might be thinking, oh, I heard that. What? It's to make you think, like, someone talking about Q. Kane Wested, what's he been saying? North Korea and South Korea, what, making friends after 65 years? Wow, who's been helping with that? And there is a channel, I think it's Fox News, I might be wrong, who was slating Trump, but I think over the past, so many weeks, has actually been bigging him up now. Talking about some of the things that he has been doing that are helping. There's certain things that are put out there that look bad, but there's an agenda behind it, why certain people went marching on something, why this, that and the other happened. It's not just me talking about it. There's YouTubers all over talking about it. That should make you think, why is everyone talking about it? Why is everybody talking about it? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Ugh. Anybody? But yeah, I just have to get it off my chest, because when you just hold things in, and because that's what people want us to do. They want us to hold things in and not speak to people, because what it is, when people start speaking to people, it's like a beehive. It's a hive, and everyone gets the information and then spreads it everywhere, and the hive is growing, because like I said, it's not just here. It's America. He's helping. It's helping all countries all over. Everybody's talking. And on that channel I go on, it's people from different countries. They're all in everywhere talking. It's fine. I can't talk on a lighter note, because as you can tell, I'm a bit riled up. So that's not on my thing at the minute. I want to get this out and just say, look out for that. Because like I said, I'm just a little bit mad about it. But I will be watching little snippets of things. I'm watching, listening, making things, but listening in the background. Like you're listening to the radio. It reminds me of what people must have been like in the war, like World War One and World War Two, even though I'd say we're in one now, but it's like a quiet one of a chess game. It's a chess game. It's a game. A bit like Bleeding. What is it? What's that film called? What's the film called? The Phoenix thing in it. The Hunger Games. But yeah, when I used to probably just listen to the radio to hear what's going on, that's what I feel like, listening to it. And then I think I got mentioned today on it actually. But the good thing is, what I'm trying to say is, you can put your 2p piece in it. It's not watching something on telly where you can't say anything or bring things up. Yeah, it is, but that's what I'm saying. When you go on this channel, everyone's coming in from everywhere. Who believes this anyway? But they're giving you drops to go, and you go off and you try and find the drops yourself, and you look into stuff, and then you see other people talking about something, and then you realise that, oh my God, and then when you watch the news, you're like, why are they saying that, and this, that and the other. If anything, like I've said, it's interesting to see, because some people have gone on there trolling, and they've trolled, and all of a sudden they've realised that they've done a bit of digging and realised they've seen some stuff as well, and they've become like not a troll and have become red pilled. So, you know, there's lots of stuff I'm missing out that I've just been like, oh my god, why are they not saying that? Why are they not saying this? Why did they not bring that up? Why did they not want people to know? Because they don't want people to know. But the thing is, it's just going to keep growing. This uprising is going to keep growing. And this isn't just me saying that. Go and have a look on YouTube. Wonder why everyone's talking about the same thing. And even, I know some people don't like it. I didn't used to, because you think, my God, in certain ways I did. She's outspoken. She has said a few stupid things in the past. But she was on recently, and people are going to go, oh God, do you ever hate her? Katie Hopkinson going on about some stuff. But I thought, she isn't afraid to say stuff. And when I actually listen to her now, I'm like, I know what she's talking about now. And stuff. No, I was just sort of mentioning, you know, QAnon, Trump, Q drops, Q breadcrumbs, the conspiracy theories that everyone's talking about, but I don't think the conspiracy is what's going on in the world with the government and certain high up people, and people don't know about it because basically we're not told about it, we're kept in the dark about things. But like I said, if you go over to We the People 24/7 on YouTube and just, you might not get it at first, but just go on, listen, see what people are putting in the chat and just listen. And if they tell you to go and look for something, go off and do your own research. Don't just research, sort of sit there and don't do any research. Go and research your own stuff. Look on YouTube what other people are talking about, and you might realise a few things. But it's all good in a way. I'm not saying it's all doom and gloom, because people are waking up. Even celebrities and people are talking about it. I don't know if anyone's seen the Kanye, why can I never say his name? Canyon K.O. West, whatever his name is. When he had a big, apparently, breakdown on stage. But you can look at that on YouTube, what he was saying, which people just, some people didn't know what he's talking about. I know what he was talking about. But yeah, I'm just sort of saying, if you hear, well, you might wonder why if you start hearing or seeing the letter Q, or people saying, you know, do you know of QAnon? And then there's some out there who have made them sites up about QAnon. That's what I mean. People are sheeps. People follow the crowd. They know that on the news, on the media. The people who own the media, who owns the media? They put out what they want you to put out. Like they did from the 1940s, when they brought TV in. It's to lie to people or make you think certain things that are going on that are good. But really, like they said, the mayor was saying in London that it's a really safe place in London. It's not. There's loads of stabbings and things happening down there. Some people said, you know, it's going to poo. So, but that's what they'll say on the news. But what are the people saying on the street? It's not what people are saying on the news. It's what people are saying on the street. Real people who live in those areas, wherever around the world. It's not what the news are saying, what they want to report. It's what the people on the street are saying that you need to listen to. And that's what you can get on We the People 24/7, because it is We the People. It's not news readers. It's people, normal people like me and you, helping to do this, to get it out, and everyone's helping. Everyone's looking into everything. It's We the People, not people off the media who are getting paid lots of money to put reports out. Even if some of them don't know, they're reading off something, or even if some of them do, they're getting paid lots of money, so they're just going to do as they're told anyway. But that's my opinion. Woo! That's my opinion. Knocking the drink over. But I know some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you won't, and some of you won't agree with me, and some of you won't be bothered because you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. You may never wake up, but it's like I said to Mum the other day. She went, "Why are you so mad about it?" I said, "Because, you know, I've got kids, and it's not just that. I do worry about the next generations of the generations of the generations, because I just don't think it's fair." I'm just saying, basically, I support Trump and QAnon, because they're not reporting on the news what Trump actually is doing. They report a lot of crap about him, and they try and get stuff about Stormy Daniels. Well, never happened. So what? And so what if he did sleep? So what? They can't get nothing on him. They call him a Teflon man because nothing sticks. They don't report the good that he's doing. They only report the things that you're being told that you think looks bad. Even if don't get me wrong, some horrible things have happened, but there's some reasons behind it. Like I said, go over to that channel and go and have a see what you think. Like I said to someone, if you're just watching one-way news of what you see on your telly and you're not looking into other stuff and you're just thinking, like my mum would say, oh, but I saw it on the news. Okay, you saw it on the news. Right. Okay. Even though my granddad worked for the newspaper years ago and said, don't believe everything you read in the papers, which also goes for the media on telly, because that's the same thing from years ago before they had TV. You get fed lies. You just believe it because it's on the telly, whatever your country is, whatever they're posting out there, CNN, whatever it is, the BBC, whatever. It's called free thinking. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to think for yourself. They just want you to sit in front of the telly, eating your food, watching your soaps that have messages in them hidden in the sort of things that you're watching. And then you watch the news and believe everything they say. But like I said, even if you think different, you can't ring up that news station and start talking about, right, well, I saw this, or actually I was there that day when that happened, blah, 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 and I saw this. You can't do that. But you can on the other channels, because it's to get everyone talking. Like, oh, what's the word? Like, it's basically a news channel for people where you can actually connect and interact with the people who are telling you stuff and asking you to go and research it yourself and talk to the people in the chat. Well, you don't get that on the news, do you? Because they're not going to do that, because if people start talking the truth, they're just not going to do that. I don't know if people know what I'm going on about, or if you get what I'm trying to say. This is just me trying to be a bit more serious to being like my normal self. Like I said before, I don't want to talk about the airy-fairy stuff at the minute because I am fuming. I just have to let it out now and again. But it's just basically to say, start listening and watching and just thinking what if, and thinking for yourself, free thinking, not what you're told or people are telling me. Not like I say, I could tell you this, but I'm not saying believe me. I'm saying go and do some research yourself on that channel, on anyone's channels. Just go and have a look on YouTube and just see what everyone's talking about. Not on YouTube where it says trending, because that's trending. These high up YouTubers who get paid loads of money just waffling on about whatever they're waffling on about, that get paid a lot of money, that aren't talking about stuff like that. Go and look at the normal people. See what everybody's talking about. That's what I'm trying to say. Free think for yourself. It's not hate speech, which people keep going on about because they don't want people talking about stuff. People are talking because there's things going on and it needs to come out for the better of not just one country, the globe. So everyone should be the same. I've never been into politics. It just went over my head. I've never, ever been into politics. I've never voted because I believe once they get in, they just do what they want anyway. But I've never voted because I've sat and thought, I don't know. I can't sit on the fence about something and go, well, I'm just going to sit on the fence. I'm just saying I've never voted. People might go, oh, that's disgusting. Now, this is the first time in my life, I'm 41, that I'm now interested in politics. I've woke up and been like, oh my God. And even Trump ages ago, I was just like, who is this guy? I mean, I'm not American, but I was like, who is this? Oh, I don't know. But now I'm like, I did think he was a bit of a wally ages ago because I was listening to the TV, what they were slagging him off and saying stupid things about him and just saying daft things, what they can get on about him. They just go on about his hair and daft stuff like that. So what? He's actually, to me, a genuinely nice guy. When you find out what the others have been doing, I think you're going to be a bit surprised. But like I said, it doesn't matter. I'm not telling you to believe what I'm saying. This is how I think and feel. That's not a good or bad thing. That's just what I think. Like I said, maybe I'll be wrong in the future. I don't know. Maybe you'll be right. Maybe you'll be wrong. But if you go and do some digging, and if you can actually get through the ones who are just putting a load of cack up there anyway because it's clickbait and all that, to get them to watch your programme, if you can actually get through it, and check that channel out as well. You might not like it, you might not get it, you might not want to know. Once you're red pilled, the thing is with being red pilled is, like they say in the Matrix, we are in the Matrix as such because we've been told lies. That's what it's about. It's not like, oh my God, you're talking about we're in the Matrix film. Well, we are, because we've been told a lot of lies. So we are in the Matrix because a lot of stuff we've been told isn't real. That's not really what's happening on in the background. The background's worse. Once you've been red pilled, you can't go back to sleep and then be a blue pill. You red pilled for life. It's like you can't not think about the stuff. You can't not see it. It's bad in a way because you're hearing things and seeing things thinking, oh my God, it's awful. Like nearly had a breakdown about it. But also, at least you know. And you can choose not to listen or watch some sort of things because, like I said, it can affect you. But it needs to come out. So that's all I'm saying. You don't have to believe me, you know, whatever. You just need to go and do some digging for yourself. You don't have to do any digging. You can just go back to watching your programmes on TV and thinking, don't know what she's talking about. Some people might choose not to know, but in the end, you're all going to know anyway because it will come out. How much you want to know is up to you. I don't actually want to know everything because some of it, I'll see it, but I don't get, you know, if you know what I mean. But it's your choice, you know, it's up to you the way you think and what you think, and if you believe this side or that side, that's fine. I'm not saying, you know, oh my God, you must believe me. I'm just saying, do some digging. Don't just watch one side of the news. Come and watch another as well and see what other people are talking about. See what the people are talking about, not what someone behind a screen. I don't mean my screen, I mean the TV as in the news screen, the pictures and words that they're giving you. Because they can only give you one side, is what's on their channel. I'm saying go and check out many channels and just have a think and see what everybody else is talking about. Don't know if any of that made sense anyway. I'm not very good at explaining things or getting things right, but I know what I mean in my own mind. Yeah, so that was a bit of a rant. You know, I come out with rants now and again, whatever it's on, just every now and again, like everybody does. Because that's the thing, if you say this, you're sexist. If you say this, you're racist. If you say this, you're this. You've got to keep everything inside. You haven't got to keep everything inside. You have got to let stuff out. And but yeah, so you might see people with certain things. I've got a Q letter. I've got a Q letter patch off eBay that's coming. I'm going to sew it on my coat or something. I'm making this bag because it's just getting the message out there to just be like, for people to go, what's Q? I've been hearing a lot of people talking about Q. What's Q? And it's just basically telling them to go and find out themselves. Not me saying, oh yes, this, that and the other. Go on YouTube, go and do a bit of digging, find out yourself. That's all it's about, just giving a bit of information out there. Not saying what's true or wrong or right, just saying go and have a bit of a delve and just see what you think. But like I said, if people take the attitude of, oh, well, it doesn't matter because it's been going on for years, well, it does matter because it needs to change and it needs to change for the better. People should be the same around the world. I don't mean like, oh yeah, they said people, I mean people should be the same. There shouldn't be people starving. There shouldn't be people who have billions and trillions of money and they don't help others. But what they all keep it for? There shouldn't be kids going missing. There shouldn't be kids getting murdered and all this abuse and crap that's going on. It's disgusting. Lots and lots of stuff. It shouldn't be going on. People should be safe in the streets. I know this has been going on for years, but I'm just waffling now. But there's no reason why anyone should be different from anyone else, no matter what colour, belief you come from or whatever. You know, like I've always said, as long as you're not hurting anyone, yeah, as long as you're not hurting anyone, like I said, you treat people the way you want to be treated. Simple. Kindness, compassion and love, that is basically what it's about. I don't really care about like going about beliefs and religion and all that. It's not that. I'm not religious and I see religion as if someone has a book, not some books but certain books, it's a guidance of how to live your life, as in live it kindly with kindness, love and compassion. Yeah, treat others as you want to be treated. Hi from the USA. Some people don't know what I'm talking about. Is treat people how you want to be treated. It's the biggest thing in the whole wide world. People say, oh my God, she's like a hippie. Is love. It's love. It's not it's not what country you come. I don't mean it's not what country you come from. Not what country you come from. It's not what colour your skin is. We are all one at the end of the day. We all live on the same planet. Yes, we're separated around the world. We live in different countries, different parts of the world. We speak different languages. But we are all one. If we all came from, I say source, which is God to me, but I say source, the one creator, whatever you want to call it, but I say source. We're all from source. That's why they say about source consciousness. yeah, justice for everyone, everywhere. Source consciousness, if we're all from one, because I said I am spiritual, so that's what I believe, my belief. If we all come from source, we're all one. That means everything one. Animals, the earth you stand on, I was talking about earthing before, people. Doesn't matter what colour skin you've got, what belief you come from. It don't matter if, whatever. We're all one. So you treat each other like you would yourself, one. You treat everybody the same. It's just that we're split up over different countries, and we do have different skin colours and stuff, but it doesn't mean we're different. We all bleed blood at the end of the day, and the colour of our blood is all red wherever you come from. We are all one. These people at the top want to divide us. That's why there's always things going on about religion and race and this and that. It is to divide so they can conquer. Divide and conquer. That's what it is. Not necessarily those people, it's the people above them people, it's the controllers of them. They, yeah, not like people go on about, oh, it's these people. It's not them people, it's the ones in control of them people that might make them people feel like that. Some people in certain countries will think, yeah, some people, they might be under control of, whatever. And in the back of their head, in their head, they'll be thinking they know it's not right, but they can't do it because maybe they're in countries where they can't speak out, which is what they're trying to do everywhere anyway, what they're doing, what they have been doing. They can't speak out, but they know it's not right, but they've sort of been, educated that way or brought up that way, and that's just the way they think because that's how it's always been. But it's the people that control them, over them, it's not the people. Some people, but not all of them. It's not the people, it's the people over those people. Yeah, they put their projection on them. Yeah, true. What's it? I can't say it. Melanin is what changes people's skin. I'm a white person. Some people say my features look, people have said to me, this isn't me saying this, people have said, oh, where where you from? I'm like, I'm English, I'm white. They're like, yeah, but you've got something in you. I'm like, I don't know. Well, I probably have, because if you did your DNA, if you had a DNA test, you would be pretty surprised. This has been on TV before, that you'd find out, down the line where you originated from. People might be surprised. Then people wouldn't be racist because they'd be thinking, oh my God, like I came from there and blah, blah, blah. But I'm very freckly. When the sun starts coming out, obviously my skin does start going darker, but I'm very freckly. That's it's just stupid. But that's what they do. They get people fighting over, thank you. They get people fighting over religion and race, and it's everything. It's different groups of people. If the whole world was green, then they'd be splitting us up over what colour your hair was, or like if you had freckles or you didn't have freckles, or you dress that way and you dress that way, so we'll all have a big war over because you dress in gold and you dress in lilac, if you know what I mean. I know it sounds a bit daft, but they will split us up on everything. So if the whole world, you know what I mean? If we're all the same colour, if we're all rainbow coloured, they'd still split us up. They'd just pick on something else. Thank you. I don't always think I make sense. I'm not very good at getting stuff out, my words, or sort of projecting stuff of what I've found out. And it might sound a bit, because I'm not like that. I'm more of a practical person, when I'm making things and stuff. I'm not very good at theory or getting stuff out. That's why I say go and check these channels out, because a lot of people on there are brilliant at getting all this across. There's people from Ireland on there. There's people from Germany, there's people from England, America, everywhere, and it's brilliant. Thank you. But I'm just trying to get it out. I hate it when people are always like, oh, it's this, or that race did this. It's not. They try to split us up. Like I said, we're all one. We all can get on, but the way things are put into society, 'cause society's a massive problem, the way things are put into it is to split us up, is to get people hating each other when we should be loving each other. I know that sounds hippy-dippy, but we should be doing there wouldn't be half the problems. But I know this is the world. There always will be problems. There will always be bad people, evil, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's the money, the concept of money. It's not money itself, but the greed of money, like they say money is the root of all evil. We have money and we use it, but it's what's used with the money. And I'm sorry, it's like all these footballers and celebrities get all this money, too much money. What are they doing with it? They say, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're changing this. You aren't changing anything, because I haven't seen anything changing. People starving in certain parts of the world, this, that and the other. They've been saying for years and years, oh yeah, charities this and charities that. I'm not knocking all charities, by the way. I'm just saying, so why are things not changing then? Yeah. Yeah, the rich are getting richer and the poor get poorer. It's bonkers. And that's why they're going on about Zuckerberg and all that, Facebook and Twitter and all that, and the harvesting information, which what people are doing, and I came off it, and they're trying to monetize people on here from freedom of speech. You've got to be careful what you say. Stop you from saying stuff. That's another reason. They're stopping people from saying stuff. What? Because it's true. How can it be conspiracy if they're stopping people's channels and stuff? But I came off Facebook, but gone back on because I thought, well, my stuff was positive anyway. If they've got me information, they've got it. But at the end of the day, we've got to get the truth out there. So you've got to get on your platforms. Probably the same, really. They want you working more for less money, don't they? Basically, they want you working more for less money. They want you to have no life. They want you to be work, work, work. You come home, you got your kids and the tea and all that. You're stressed out to buggery and all that. And then you get up the next day and they just want you stressed, depressed, working more hours for less money. It shouldn't be like that. No, it shouldn't be like that. It is like that. And then they're wondering why people are getting depressed and stuff. We should be working just weekends and having the whole week off. But that's why people are getting anxiety and stuff. They're just stressing people out. They're not, someone was going on about bullying in school. They're going about this, that in school, but they're not actually looking at the actual things that are happening in the schools properly, about people getting bullying and why kids have got anxiety in school. It's to do with lost connection in school, with too busy on the computers all the time, lost connection. Yeah, they want to filter out the week, lost connection and stuff. Kids are getting depressed. We can't go through life without actually connecting. Yeah, medication of, the old thing that they're trying to bring out, which they should be bringing out, the thing from the earth, the natural substance. But kids are not connecting like we used to. Like I've talked about this in many videos. They're not connecting with the actual friends at school. They're all stuck in the phones and all that. Human beings are supposed to connect with each other, and that's not just through, oh yeah, I've got 4 of them. Good for you. Eating Himalayan salt is better than, don't buy table salt. You either get sea salt or Himalayan salt. You don't want shitty salt. As human beings, we're supposed to connect. We're supposed to connect to Earth. I don't care what people say. You're supposed to connect to Earth. You're supposed to connect with the people around you. And I don't mean just connecting on here. I said this the other week on computers. It's about real one-to-one connection. I've got 2 friends coming around tomorrow. It's about proper connection with each other. Not just thinking you're connecting with someone just because you're on the phone or just because you're on Skype or whatever it is. I know it's good. Like I said, it is good. If you've got family in other countries and stuff, then this is how you have to connect. But when you need to make more time to actually have that connection with people, people's devices are there, the little reality. That's what I mean, and that's what they're going about AI. Everything is nearly AI. It's good for some stuff, but you have got to start connecting with people when you can, properly. And that doesn't mean, like I said the other week, going around to your friend's house or your grandparents' house, whoever it is you're visiting, and just sitting there on your phone with your head stuck in the phone thinking it's all right because you're there with them. You're not there with them. You're too distracted with what's on here or whatever. Switch that off and put it away and talk to the person that you're supposed to be talking to. Oh, the arts are being lost and destroyed, definitely. I tell you what, that's another thing. There's some artists out here, absolutely disgusting, the art they're putting out. It's not even art. They get paid loads of money for art, and it's crap, basically. I can chuck things up on a wall and call it art. What they're paying for, it's not art. It's just to show us how daft we are to buy pieces of disgusting stuff as well. And also, art and crafts, like you've seen me making stuff. No, it's not art, it's shock art. Yeah, it's disgusting. People are, oh yeah, it's art. Well, it's all right that's blood on the walls, whatever, this, that and the other, because it's art. No, it's not art. They're checking how stupid we are, thinking, oh yes, look at this, it's all right. Trying to make things all right, it's not all right. But when I go on about crafting, when I crafting's like a lost thing. It's not on YouTube because you can go and do things, but they don't really, I don't think they really teach us much now. They should be teaching woodwork. I mean, they probably still do woodwork, but the old sort of traditions, they should be coming back. Oh yeah, nail that. They should be coming back. You should be using your hands and connecting to things and using your brain, not just on a computer. What do I make? See if I've got a few things. I make a lot of things. I make, life skills, definitely life skills, because kids haven't got life skills today. That's why they get anxiety about going out to work, because they haven't got life skills. I make, these are quite old, but they've lasted a long time. I make jewellery. I don't watch telly, so I'm constantly doing things. I make jewellery. It's got a heart on it, because as you know, I like hearts. I make jewellery. This one. Different jewellery. I'm making these earthing shoes. I don't even know what they're called. These things you put on your feet. You know, like when you've got bare feet. I make notebooks sometimes, all handmade. We've got all these books that are all cut down and handmade, little notepads inside. One of them. I made this a bit ago. It's for a friend. Dolly Daydream bag with thank you, with handmade little journals. This is a little one, just a little journal, handmade journals. I've done fabric painting. I'm doing my Q bag painting, sketch paint. What else I've done? This isn't making, but I'm planting seeds because I'm trying to grow flowers and food and stuff. I don't know, I'm just very creatively minded, and I just love making things, and I just look at stuff, and I'm not very, I don't know what the word is, theory based, but when I see something, I can figure out how to do it, and I only have to watch it once and I know how to do it, and I do it straight away, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm a visual learner, but I love, maybe that's what I should do. I just love creating stuff, and I think today's generation, not all of them, are getting lost because they're too busy on the phones and the computers. And I'm not saying it's all a bad thing, but they'd rather sit and watch something instead of sit and make something. Switch telly off, get your candles on, have a brew, watching me alternative news channel, and I've just been crocheting away, listening, seeing what people are saying. So you don't have to jump in there, you can just listen and make your own assumptions up. But sat there crocheting. I've made rugs. I've made candles. I'm trying to think what else I've made. I'm getting back into jewellery making, and I will be selling some of these. But I just see things. I'm always changing because I'm like, I get bored, and then I'm like, oh, what am I going to do this now? Oh, what am I going to do that? You know, and I always came on this channel from the beginning to be a positive person, but now and again I have to have a rant about stuff, and I'm very mad about it. They're, I don't know if anyone knows what they're called. I know they wear them in certain countries, I don't know what they're called. Belly dancers might wear them and people like that, or is it Indian? I don't know. They're like, some people have like a jewellery one, you know, where they have them on the hand and they're like this. I don't know what they're called. I'm going to have to Google it. You know, like that. And the jewellery ones, but you can make crocheted ones. So this goes on your toe, not your toe, your little toenail, not your toe, what is it? Your toes, your toe next to your big toe, and then that wraps around your legs, you know, like gladiator sandals. So that's on the front of your foot, if you get what I mean. So it looks like you've sort of got sandals on. It's for earthing. I'm spiritual. It's if you like wearing bare feet in the house, especially if you're from a warmer country, or we had sun last week, so I did it. And you go out in the garden, you like being barefoot on the grass and stuff like that. You can wear these, they're just pretty your feet up. I'm calling them hippie shoes at the minute though. It's not a shoe. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's what I'm calling them. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm doing different colours, and these will have little beads on and things. Hi. Is it ghoul cooking? They'll have little beads on and things. I go to bed and my mind's always like, I'm like, what can I make? What can I make? And then I might see something like crocheted feet. I'll show you. I've been making these as well. I'm trying to make things out of recycling stuff, you know, more like natural stuff. And I was testing these out. Now, see these beads, like jewellery beads. See this bead? It's just drying on there. See this bead? And you see this bead, but this bead hasn't got the bits in the middle. Hi. This is actually made out of paper. That bead is actually made out of junk that comes through the door, wrapped up, and looks like a sort of Pandora bead. That is paper, but it's been toughened up. And I just had to go at that last night because I thought, oh, I'm going to have a go at that and see what, like, if I can make some beads. Because I want to start selling some things, but I want to start doing, like, natural things. Thank you, natural things, things that are recycled, because we have a lot of crap. This is another thing. I've got my skewer out. A lot of crap, basically, that comes through your doors and stuff. Lots of stuff we recycle that can actually be used, because I do think there's an agenda behind that. They don't want us reusing anything for free that you can turn into other things. And people do this with furniture, with things that come through your door. But, you know, like I made some, used my toilet roll, not this one, into a plant pot because it's biodegradable and that's what you can use it for. You know, and I made my little, where are they? Where's my sweet corn? I don't know what's propagator. I can't even know what you say. Like my fruit box, and then the top of it is it a propagator? I don't know what you call it, to put my because I'm trying to sprout my what do you call it, sweet corn, but it's working because there's a little sprout. You know, not buying one when I've just got it out of what I throw away in the rubbish. And a lot of you grass cuttings and stuff you can use as compost in the garden. So rubbish does become treasure, if you know what I mean. But I want to sort of get a little site up that I can sell things that are like natural or recycled. So we're not wasting stuff, if you know what I mean. And earthly and stuff like that. I don't know, for people who are into that sort of stuff, or I don't know, just looking into stuff like that, you know, or like the jewellery that I do with, mine always has a bit of meaning on it, spiritual and uplifting. Normally always have a few hearts on because it's about giving the love out and stuff, but that's just me and that's the way I am and that's the way I think, you know. Like I said, it doesn't matter what, you know, if I get thumbs down here or whatever, it's just what I believe, but I can be compassionate about things sometimes, especially if I believe in it. If I see it's doing for the good, even if it doesn't look like it on some certain places, but it is behind the scenes. But yeah, I don't know. I also made some baby ones of these as well, which are quite cute. Bye. See you again. I know I'm going to go now because I've got some crocheting to do. I'm going to listen to what's going on in the other news. The news, not the news on telly. Like I said, it's called We the People 24/7, or We the People Soapbox 24/7, but you put We the People 24/7, it'll come up anyway. And it's on 24 hours, so you can head over and listen. Like I said, you might not get it, but you just have to keep listening and watching the chat and stuff. But I know it is great because I know there's a few of you on here who know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the television is the brainwashing device. That's why I hardly watch it. I'm actually thinking of getting rid of my TV licence because I don't know if you know, in America we have to pay a licence to watch TV. And I'm thinking of getting rid of it because I don't watch it. It's only like if my mum comes, she watches it, or my kids do, but they can watch stuff on. But I'd rather get them doing other stuff. But I only like to catch up with the news when I try and see what they're saying. That's not what's going on. But I don't watch it. I don't watch soaps anymore. I either come on YouTube, watch the things I want to watch, not what's just put on telly, or I'm crafting away listening to stuff. So I've been thinking lately, what's the point in having a TV licence when I don't really watch it? Wouldn't that be weird, going against the grain of not having a TV in your house? That's what I mean. YouTube, even if, I do believe they put people on YouTube to pull the wool over people's eyes, especially these massive high YouTubers who earn loads. Like I said, you get that everywhere, good and evil. But YouTube is brilliant. Even if they had different sites of life where people can talk like we are now, or you can learn everything on YouTube. And the good thing is you can choose what you want. I know we have loads of channels on Sky. I don't even have Sky. I don't have anything. Just have normal TV. I don't even have, I just have the normal channels. You have all your channels you can watch, but still it is what they're putting out. But on YouTube you can choose, and there's real people on it, and you can just choose what you want to learn about or do, and it's great. And that's why I love you. It takes me a long time to get around to a lot of people I do watch, because I've got a lot of subscriptions and I watch a lot of people. Sometimes I get stuck on people for a bit and then I move about, but so if I haven't said hi to some people, it's not because I'm not watching. It just takes me ages to get through stuff. And at the minute, I am concentrating a little bit on what I've been talking about, because I just think it is important. It's not important to some people. Some people won't be bothered, but I am. At the minute, I am watching what's going on, listening, and I am concerned. But like I said, it's because I am a person who is an empath, and, that's why I said years ago I stopped watching the news, and I couldn't understand, why it got me so enraged and upset, and now I know why. Now I know why. There were certain things I was dropping off. Don't listen to music. Listen to some music. Some people I was just like not listening to, not watching the news, started going off watching different soaps. Now I understand why I sort of naturally came away with it without knowing. Now I'm like, I'm glad I did, because I must have been waking up without realising that I was waking up, naturally waking up to knowing that most of the stuff on TV is actual BS. And yeah, so I don't know. But for all those of you who think, oh God, whatever, it's all right. I don't take offence anyway. I'm not bothered. They go on about we've got freedom of speech, which we haven't. If they say we have there, then obviously I can say what I want, but someone will probably comment. Oh yeah, Infinite Waters, he's brilliant. I'll have to do a shout out to newish ones that I'm watching, because Infinite Waters is brilliant. I like Teal Swan as well. Oh yeah, the majority of music these days has symbolism in the music. It is, and especially the high up like hip hop stuff and all that. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, saints and worshipping Satan and all that. And people can go on about that because they go on about the occult, because that's what I wanted to talk about as well as a cult. A cult to me is a group, and people might say, well, they are saying, oh, it's a witch hunt, but when I was on my path, I said, I was into that witchy side, but not the witchy side as in, because to me, there's two witchy sides, like there's sides in everything, whatever group you're in is, the good or the bad, light or the dark, whatever you call it, and that is the dark occult. The what they're talking about now is the dark occult. The rituals and the horrible things that are going on is the dark occult. And I don't want people getting mixed up with people who are into, how would you say, the other side of the cult, more of the light bringing cult, whether they say the witches or not. They are, it's a group. There's the good side and the bad side, like there is in everything. But definitely what that side have been doing is the dark occult, which, sorry, but if you're worshipping the devil, Satan, Baba Feth or whatever his name is, then it's not good really. Well, I don't think it is. But yes. So I'm going to go. It's very cloudy today and raining. I'm hoping the weather's going to book up tomorrow. Tomorrow I am connecting with human beings in the flesh, connecting, which will be good and nice. And I suggest you do it as well. And if you get chance, wherever you're from, when you get good weather, or if you've got good weather, to do some earthing. So take your shoes and socks off, even if you're sat on your dinner in a park. Get your feet on some grass or dirt or whatever, and just switch your phone off, your laptop or whatever, and just listen to the birds. Just be in the moment and connect and be mindful of what's going on around you. And it will make you feel better. I'm just glad some of you on here who are listening now know what I'm talking about. It's grow your own. You just come on, know what I'm talking about. I'll have to stay on for a few minutes now because I feel bad when people come on and I'm like, I'm going now. Not that I'm really doing anything today. Can't get in the garden, Mark. It is Mark, isn't it? Can't get in the garden. My little sunflower. I saw my friend today and she said she's been a bit down, so I said to her, I've got her a sunflower because it'll cheer her up when it actually gets a bit bigger, obviously, and grows a flower. But I'm going to give her one and then she can put it in the garden. But Mark, am I supposed to repot this because it's getting a bit long? You know, it's getting a bit... Am I supposed to repot it? I randomly joined by looking up vlog on live YouTube. Oh, did you? That's the thing, because I mean, I'd just watched loads of people's YouTube channels, like when I came across Grow My Own, so I was watching garden stuff, and then you see people down the side, and then you jump onto theirs, and you're like, oh, I'll sub. Oh, yeah, they're talking sense. And I think it's nice to have a different, what's the word, a different variety of people in your subscription list, because, like I said, if you're just on the same thing all the time, it's pretty boring. I mean, some people will do that because they don't want to know about other stuff, but I do think it's good to have a variety of different people. I'll have to stick... Can I put them out that... Can they go out now, that size? Or is that too small? I didn't know if it was too small to go out. Yeah, that mindset. So you've got to have a variety of people from different parts of the world as well, because you're learning different people's cultures and different things. And you know, I'll watch girls in India who are doing, you know, like hair things about what they do with the hair, because obviously they have beautiful hair. I watched a woman the other day in Africa, lovely, beautiful woman, sitting there in a doorway and said she can be at home with her kids, and she was making paper beads. And that's when I just went, oh, I've got some paper. I think I'll just make myself a paper bead. And it came out really well. It doesn't look like paper, but it is. I'll have to look. You know, I'll just go and do it. But because if you just stuck with a few channels, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you know, just of what you're doing. It's just nice to know what other people are doing around the globe. And it's nice, and that's why I have so many, and it takes me ages to get around to people. But I don't know if you just said anything then, Mark. I don't know if I can put that out or not. But yeah, I just have to come on and rant again, because I'm just like... My mum keeps saying to me, oh, but you're getting dead riled up about it, which is obviously what they want. But I said, yeah, but it's important that people know, even if no one gets what I'm talking about. You soon will. I'll have to show you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll do that then. I've got some bottles. I've done that outside with something. I'm going to try and paint this today, my queue. My big red queue. And then... And take the lid, unscrew the lid at the top so the water gets in. And then I've got to wait for my Q patch to come. My dad's just asked for where I got it from as well. It was like £1.75 off eBay. That's going to have to go on my coat. Oh, I'll do that. Cheers. But yeah, I've just, honest to God, no one knows what I'm talking about. But I literally, a few weeks back, a couple of months ago, nearly had a breakdown about it, and then literally just went to bed thinking, I can't believe I've woke up it feels like a different world. I don't mean that, you know, yeah, they look at you different. All my mates think I'm mad, but I don't care. I've always been mad anyway, so that don't really make a difference to me. And like I said, I don't care what people think anymore. I'm 41 and just really don't care anymore. As you get older, you get a bit wiser when you don't care what people think. Because if you care what people think, it's going to stop you from doing what you want to do. And also, I forgot what I was talking about now. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. My mum said, what did my mum say? I think it's just because I'm a caring person, so she would probably say, well, you know, you can't stop things, blah, blah. I said, yes, but people are learning. That's what I'm excited about. People are learning. Yeah, exactly. Or you don't have to be older to not care. Obviously, you can be younger and not care if you know, if you're that way inclined. You know, a lot of people these days, not everybody, do care what people think, and they're so into the like I've said, materialism and what people think about what they're wearing, or if they don't have the right shoes or trainers. It's like, it's just a label, people, that you're buying that cost you a lot more money to wear a label. Don't know why you bothered. I go to charity shops and love it because it's like finding little treasures. I really just don't care anymore. I laugh at people in big shops now in massive queues. I just think, oh, you're all just buying the same things and all trying to look like each other, all trying to be like each other, like someone said before, all following the sheep, doing what everyone else does. Can't be bothered. Yeah, I just like what I like. Don't get me wrong, if there's something out in fashion, I'm not into fashion though, you know, if I like it and I think it's at a reasonable price and I can afford it, I'll buy it, but I'm happy. I had to clear out a bit ago. You know, you have a lot of stuff that you think you're going to wear and you've lost weight or put weight on and you think, oh yeah, I'll get back into it, and I just give it to charity because I don't need half of the stuff. And then some people are really into fashion. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not anymore. I'm into fashion. Saying that, I was never really a big fan. It just doesn't bother me. I just like what I like. If it's nice, if I think it's nice, that's all that matters. If it's no one else does, it doesn't matter. You're not wearing it, so you go and buy your whatever trendy, fashionable stuff. I could probably make it myself because I have got a t-shirt, actually, a blank one that I was gonna. I've got a blank t-shirt, a cotton one, because that's what I might do as well. I might decide to print some tops off, and I'm thinking about what to put on them, but they're going to be like quite spiritual or nature-based sayings or pictures or something, maybe about earthing, I don't know, you know, with a little message in it. But I'm going to think about that, design some of my own tops and wear my own tops, with my own messages on, not other people's messages, my own messages. Oh, I love charity shops. See, I've said this before, people be like, ooh, charity shops. And I was like that as a kid because you are more into your ego and bothered about what people think, especially as a teenager. I mean, Mum used to stand near the shops and I'd be like, I'm not going in there. I'm not even standing near the shop. My God, Mum, it's so embarrassing. I am not going in a charity shop. Now I'm like, I love charity shops. I went for an appointment yesterday where I live and there's a few more popped up and I'm like, oh, I need to go on I have made dream catchers. I have. Hang on, if I can get it down, I'll show you. I do make dream catchers. That's a good point. That's what else I make as well. Hang on a minute. I have to climb. Oh, I knocked my telly off. Oh. Oh my God. I just nearly broke my leg climbing up to the TV and fell off it. Just to show you this. Oh. Right, Dreamcatcher. I made this. This is, I make everything. What is it? I was going to say bamboo. Willow. Just let me undo it all. One of the beads has fell off actually because it's been up for a long time, but it is on the side, so I'll have to stick it back on. So let me untangle it. Oh, I make everything, Mark. I could probably build a house from scratch, I don't know. A mud house. So let me untangle it. I'm trying to do this. Right. Yeah. I'll be making some more of these. I think I did this last summer. I'm just trying to untangle the butterflies. I made, got to undo this now, I just nearly broke my leg trying to show it you. Yeah, I made, oh, it's, right, I'll just have to show you. It's a bit tangled, but don't know where. My mum got me the willow off somebody's tree, and then I bent it, and then there it is. Right. I made this willow charm, obviously it's heart, beads off something. These butterflies, I don't know if you can see, they've got petals in them, and these hearts at the bottom are all made out of my handmade paper out of recycled paper that comes through the door and stuff with petals in. I made these papers myself, handmade. I'll probably end up selling some of these in the end, I think. I was going to try and do them last year, but I didn't. But yes, I made it all myself. And I think it's really pretty. So funny you should say that, Mark. You should make dream catchers. Done it. Been there, one t-shirt, made them. I'm trying to think what else. See, I forget what I've done because I've done stuff. Thank you. I'm just always been very making things all the time when I was younger. Didn't really pursue art or anything. I'm not saying I'm a good artist, but I'm good at putting things together and making things. So I don't know what I'll be making this weekend. But like I said, it's because people say I don't have time. I have time because I don't watch the telly. So I might be listening to stuff. Or if I am watching stuff on YouTube, I'm making something as I'm watching. So obviously I can't sit still because, I can, but I'm always making things. But yeah, I'm trying to think now. There's probably other stuff around that I haven't noticed that I've made. Oh, I've made bags out of old denim pants. Because these I thought would be really good. I wanted to do some styles and some other different things for festivals. For people who go to festivals, that's what these were for as well. Not just for people who like wearing no shoes in the house or in the garden. For festivals, because, there are a lot of people, as you might call, hippy dippy, that like to wear, if the weather's good, bare feet. So these are like festival people who go to festivals would probably like these. I think they would, if done in different colours and bling bling on them and little beads and things. So I've got to dress them up. I will show you when I finish. Yeah, I made some denim bags ages ago. They were quite cute, so that might be something I might work on again, or denim shorts with embroidery on and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different things I can do. Having the time to do it don't mean I don't have the time, but because I have that many ideas, I get very bored very easily. But I'm definitely doing some more. This was a small one. This was a very small traveller's notebook, but when I make my own books, and because I think I give these away for Christmas to some friends, these sort of ones, because you have the notebooks, and I'm actually making as well. Let me see if I can find it. I said a gardener's journal because I know people write their ideas and things, but then again, really, it's just a journal. This is a bigger one. It's not finished yet. It's like a journal, notebook, whatever you want to call it. Pretty one, obviously, with a bit of doiling, and it's got an envelope in it if you want to put seeds or little things. And inside I did put one of my free teas of, what did I say it was? Orange and chamomile tea. And some pages are blank and some pages are lined, so you can write in and stuff like that. But I just enjoy, I get a lot of, some people get enjoyment out of going out drinking and getting drunk, or going to the pictures, or I don't know, whatever they like to do. I quite like making things. And people have bought a couple of things off me before, and they've told me they've enjoyed them, and I get a lot of enjoyment. People saying that they like them. They've enjoyed them, and people know on here there is some people that have had some things off me, and they said they've enjoyed them. I get a lot of enjoyment of people saying they get a lot of enjoyment out of the things that I make. And if what's she called? Laura, you know who you are. If you come on, Vintage Doll Laura, I don't know if you watch me anymore, but I've seen your glasses. They're really smart. You've been making some. She's been doing some vintage style glasses with. They look like sort of icing on sweeties or something. They're really cute. So you can make things. That's really good. I just love someone with a creative mind. People who can get creative. People say I can't do it. You can do it. Go and watch a YouTube video on something that you want to learn about and just practice. I've always said practice makes perfect. You can do it. Don't tell yourself you can't do it, because you're just putting a barrier up straight away if you're saying you can't do it. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and chillax now, and I don't know, I'll probably do a bit of crocheting, finish some beads off, sort my plants out. I've got to put my dream catcher back up because I just nearly literally broke my neck trying to get it down to show you. A little bit of shabby chic. Oh, I love shabby chic. Yeah, so I just like doing a bit of everything, and that's why I normally say when I do sell things, everything's not the same, because I get very bored and I don't like a book being the same as another. What are you saying sorry for? Oh, a hoop. Depends how big. You could make a massive one and use it out of a hula hoop. But if you get what did I say that was called? Willow. Willow bends really easy, so you just bend it, wet it down a bit, bend it. I think I put a clip on it and it will stay in that shape, and then you can just stick it together and then, you know, make yourself a dream catcher. But yeah, I think I'm probably going down that hippy dippy vibe of naturally things, like I said, things that are recycled, because these beads were recycled, this paper was recycled, handmade. Obviously this was recycled because it was off a tree. I haven't brought the frame. I have all my cording anyway, and it's been recycled, and I think it looks really pretty. So I'll have to start making some stock up of different things, because I have a lot of stuff in, so I need to like get it all done. I'd like to make a bigger one. I'd love a massive one. Because Mum's always like, why have you got all these dream catchers about and all these shrines? I said, it's not a shrine. She means this. Because I've got a lot of Buddhas. I said, I just like Buddhas. I just like the look of, you know, the Buddhas in your house. I've got about 6 or something. And then obviously I've got my little Buddha heads on my jewellery. But yeah, so next time I come for a chat, don't worry, I'm not going to be conspiracy talking all the time. It just needs to be said because it was playing on my mind. I don't like laughing Buddhas. See, I don't know the story behind them. I got told they're like not good looks. Some people say they are, some people say they are. I do think they're cute, but I like the sort of still ones, like them ones. I've got a few. I've got a gold one somewhere, not real gold obviously, but yeah, I'll have to check all your growing channels out, because I don't know if anyone's putting it up yet, obviously, because the rain's been a bit cack. I'm just wondering when the weather's going to be nice, because I actually brought myself an archway from Aldi the other day, put it up, didn't realise how big it was. It nearly touched the ceiling in my house. I had to drag it through the house. I should have built it outside, but it was raining. Managed to get it out, managed to stick it in the ground, bent it a little bit, so I'll just have to bash that out. Stuck it in the ground, but I don't know if it's staying where it's staying, but if the weather gets nice, I will try and show you. Yeah, you need to do your garden. Because I'm thinking about growing sweet peas up it. Or do you think I could grow my sunflowers up my arch, because it's got a bit of trellis on it, like up the arch? I thought it would look nice. Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, and I'll have to collect plastic bottles now to put these guys out, because a few are quite big. Mind you, they've been in the house, but they've been in the conservatory. It gets a lot of light on it, so they have been right near the door. Because I was just worried that maybe they were a bit too small. But if I can get the biggest ones out, I could put the bottles over the top. My grey hair's still coming in. It looks a bit grey today because I put talcum powder on it. Talcum powder. Ooh. Did they do all right in this country though? Will the birds eat them, even though they can eat them? 115 degrees here in California. Oh my God. We'll never get that. Yeah, it looks a bit more grey because I put talcum powder on it, because that stuff you put on your hair, when your hair gets a bit greasy, because I need to go and wash it really after this. It's like talcum powder, but you have to really tap it out, meaning I really need to go and wash my hair. But really hot over there then. Well, apparently someone said it's snowing, and then someone said we're going to have a heat wave at some point. Oh, I'm not very good in the heat. I'm not very good at sunbathing or anything like that, because I just get annoyed with it. Did you? What did you have? Or was it on your channel? Did you have it covered with netting though? Like a fruit cage? Because I can't have a fruit cage in my garden. Well, I could, but yeah. I have a few pigeons about and that, but I don't mind sharing with the birds. Did you grow it from seed, or did you grow it from seed, or did you Did you get it, buy it as a plant? That'd look nice, actually. I have to think about that because my Finn loves grapes. Oh, I can put up with that heat. What's a heirloom garden? Is that where, like, what's that? Is that me just being daft? I'll have to check your videos out, go through it. I think I did see one. I've seen quite a few people doing the grapes. Does that mean like, probably going to say this wrong, like 8 pounds? Well, that's good. I'll have to look out for one. Is that a name of the what the cost? Does heirloom mean the cost, like the name of the plant, like they're a good, strong, traditional, sturdy plant or something, back from the day? Does that make sense? Not like these new things. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I meant. New GMO plant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh yeah. Well, I haven't got anything in yet. I've where's it gone again? I've not even dug any beds up yet. I just can't afford to get any. I know I could probably make them, but I don't think I've got some raised beds. And think, do I want raised beds? Or should I just dig my beds in the ground for now and then maybe build some raise the wooden things around it after at some point? And I don't even know, because like my sweet corn sprouting. So do I put that in dirt now? Just leave it out there sprouting. Got some sweet corn. Don't know if it's the wrong time to do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll see. Even if I just get some flowers in this year, I'll be chuffed and then sort my other stuff out. But I will be checking your channel out, Mark, and everybody else's. And I best go because I could just sit on here all day and just natter about nothing. You never know. I might be on later. I'll probably be on sometime over weekend at some point. Just watching a pigeon up there. I'm going to try and hoist my... put this back on now without falling off the TV unit. Back to Hawk, do you mean work? I'll see you all soon, but thanks for those that know what I'm talking about, and it's nice to talk to like-minded people and people who know what I'm talking about, and I shall see you soon. Bye.